everyone, and welcome back to another Magical Moon video. Autumn is definitely upon us. We've got those little bits of rain, but the temperature's really good and it's like we've had a second spring. The grass and everything is just growing like crazy. The leaves have started to fall and it's a perfect time of year for all the animals. Not too hot, not too cold. Yes, it's a little bit wet, but there are no flies and everyone's really content. We've got loads been going on, which we're going to catch up with in the video. But first of all, we're going to go and grab a very special little patient and give you an important update. So let's go. Eeyore, come on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Oh, hello. As you can see, the lovely Eeyore's looking a little bit shabby, but that's for a very good reason. He had the procedure, he was castrated yesterday. And to do him, because he's so small, at this time in their lives, the safest way is to actually put him to sleep. So he goes to lay down, then we can manoeuvre him and hold his legs so the procedure can be done properly. He's so small, it would be almost impossible for the vet to be able to gain access. But it all went really well. And he's come to, and he had yesterday just obviously finding his feet, and today we've just taken him out to have a little leg stretch. But it's lovely to see that, you know, that those first signs that are just going to start to show that he's going to lose that where he's so exuberant and he's been a bit bullish. That's all going to wean away, and as it does, his freedom's going to increase. He's going to be able to mingle with all the other animals here, as of the same as Captain Jack Sparrow. And this procedure really gives them that freedom, and it's so important here that they can all intermingle. So he can just pal up with anyone, but at the moment he's keeping Tintin company because he's missing Sweet Pea a bit. We're going to catch up with them and we'll explain about that in a second. But all's well here. He's just got to keep having his little meds for the next few days, and then when the vet comes back next week, which he's booked in to see the lovely tiny Tim, she's just going to check him over, but it looks really good. Jenny quite rightly said, I just need to remind you that this is a horse channel as well. We do rescue horses and you're going to see a few of them later on, but at the moment it's been all encapsulating with the donkeys, with the birth of Tiny Tim. And for those of you who are new to the channel, this is the very old Tintin, and he was retired with Nevada to us, and he lost his lifelong companion and he was really heartbroken, and subsequently he's formed a few friendships, but one of those friendships, which was the most significant, was with Sweet Pea. So he went out, you might have seen, with Sweet Pea in the field, and then Eeyore came bustling in and was, keeping him feeling young, and equally Tintin was teaching, I think, Eeyore just the ropes of life, how to behave. But what we've had to do, since Sweet Pea's been up in the maternity unit, where we're just going to go and have a little look, he's wondered what's been going on, because he normally just goes waddling out and meets her, stays out in the field and then comes in. But obviously we've had to swap things around. So we've been taking him up there just to show him the new arrival and show him Sweet Pea and just let him know that she's still there, and it's not going to be too long before it'd be such a lovely thing when little baby and Sweet Pea can go out and he can join in as well. So lots to look forward to. Let's go and see the other guys. So we're up in the maternity unit with lovely little tiny Tim and of course the very sweet Pea. And he's coming on leaps and bounds. He's definitely getting more and more animated. And Jenny was just saying that he actually like makes a beeline for you and he'll run at you and he wants to play and he's been bucking about. And we've taken him out and the advice is we took him out for a tiny walk just to see him on the hard standing, because as you may or may not know, he has those slightly inward, or one is much more inward pointing feet than the other ones. And we're currently just giving nature a bit of time to do its thing, along with gentle physiotherapy, which is really helping. So we're keeping everything crossed that we don't have to intervene. But if we were to have, well, in a week's time the vet's coming back just to check him over, but also then to look at what's going to be the next stage and we can make that decision. As I say, we're just trying to keep everything crossed that we don't have to go down the surgery route, that there may be other options. And some of you mentioned about, I'm just a little bit wary because although he might just be frolicking in front of me, that he doesn't he's not too exuberant with his legs, because they do go a bit everywhere. But yeah, so we'll just see what happens. And some of you have mentioned about possibly splinting, which is supporting his legs on either side just to try and correct his inward turning toes. The problem with that is that everything's so soft, it's all so new, very much like his beautiful, I mean, you can't even feel it, it's that soft. It's very hard to describe just what it feels like. It is beautiful, but that's very much like his bones and all those ligaments. And what we don't want to do is be stressing or trying to pull things the wrong way. So what they're hoping for, what we're hoping for, as everyone that's on the team of caring professionals, is that nature takes over a bit and those ligaments get stronger. Because when you hold his leg out, you can actually, it does go straight. It's just that because he was in a pretty confined space, he's quite a big chap for Sweet Pea, that he just had those little feet turning in. So as I say, we're gonna keep everything crossed and we'll keep you updated. But yeah, he's just such a bundle of joy and he's so vibrant in himself, and she's such a fantastic mum. So we're gonna leave him be and let's go and see a horse. Some of you might recognise him, and for those of you who are new to the channel, this is the one and only Cantho Z in his very happy place at his very happy time of the year. He is a complete mud monster, almost unrecognisable, but he loves it. He loves to play, and he's definitely a character, but once a gleaming, sparkling, very, very high-end show jumper. But this is his happy place now, and it's so lovely to be able to let him do what he wants to do. And as you can see, even round all his ears and his eyes and everywhere, he gets it in, but he's happy. And you might recognise him. He's the one and only Thomas, and thanks to Team Thomas and everyone else on board, he's starting to get a lot more mobile and a lot more animated, and it's lovely to see from where he was to where he is now, and really becoming a big part of the family and all the animals here. He is a stallion, he's still entire, but he's very, very placid, and I've got this area here which I've sectioned off for him, so he can just mooch about. He's got some nice grass here, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it is like springs in the air, so it's perfect for him. All the other signs are looking good. All we need to do now is continue to let him eat us out of house and home, and yeah, just watch his improvement every day. Just in his character alone, he's a changed man, and it's lovely to see that horse that was always there underneath. He was always a real precious soul, and as we said, yeah, a massive part of everyone's life now. And thank you again to Team Thomas, to our patrons, to everyone that's supported us on this journey. You've made it all possible, and it wouldn't happen without you. So let's get on with it. The next stage. Just come down to do our field checks, and you can see behind me that there's a lovely group of horses, and they're the ones that we let out into the big pasture the other day. Nanny's just come up the top to see the other guys and just was interested in us coming down, but they've all been together. We've been watching them develop, so it's quite a tight-knit unit. It's really nice to see. One of the jobs we've got to do now, because the weather's changes, we're just going to go down and see Nevada and pop her fly mask off. But another success story. You'd never have guessed it. Ginger was the horse that, oh well, we were most concerned about mingling with all the others. She's been very protective, and normally she's quite animated to even be out with Nanny, who's just coming into shot now. But it just goes to show you never know with all the horses what's going to happen when you put them together. But it's worked out really well. They've all settled down a treat, and as we said, Nanny's just come back down. She's always very inquisitive and wants to see what's been going on. On that note, I'm going to say, stay magical from all the horses here, and we'll see you next time. If you haven't had enough of the moons already on this channel, you can check out the other channel, which is At Home with the Moons, and Jenny's going to put a link in the description. This weekend, Sunday, the new episode's coming out, so don't miss it. There's lots going on. It's a real action-packed one. We've got obviously not obviously if you haven't seen it before, we've got an antique carriage we're restoring. We go to the beautiful National Stud, Chateau Pompadour, and then there's a bit of family fun as well. So don't miss it.